Chapter 1. How I got caught up in this shit. Woke up Saturday morning, stomach rumbling, pro wings at the foot of my bed, no D-boy gear, Wranglers and the old dirty Pendleton that I've been wearing for a year. Mama come home when she want to, and when she's sober enough, I always see a new uncle leaving out the front door. I'm tired of eating top ramen, I'm tired of bologna sandwiches with the red strip. I'm tired of asking the next door neighbor if we can plug our extension cord into their house, because the PG&E is out again. But it seems like the dope man is never out, and it seems like mama always got money to get more drugs and money to go out. But when I ask her for money, she tells me she ain't got shit, honey. Now I'm the oldest of two, my sister's smart, but she ain't got no common sense. And it's just a matter of time before the pimps and wolves put her to work on the turf. I try my best to protect her, but shit, I got to fend for myself. I've always been a good kid, and even though my mama neglected me, she taught me right from wrong. And at this time, it was a perfect storm. I saw the hustlers making their money on the block. I even heard stories about brothers who ran numbers back in the day. Still couldn't get the concept of how they made money, but they did. Big Cadillacs with fifth wheels, big hats with feathers. The women that worked for them wore high heels and leather. So it had to be some money in this underground economic system that I've come to know is pimping. But I knew early on I didn't have a stomach for that shit. Dealing with one crazy bitch was more than I could deal with. The 80s, I saw brothers selling brown weed. The boy up the block told me he could get a Mexican brick of brown weed for $275. Either break it down to nickel bags or sell the whole brick to make a quick $75. That shit seemed like too much work for me. That shit seemed too dangerous for me. But back then, there was no such thing as task force, and the 5-0 showing the hell wasn't gonna get out and chase a brother over $5. But then the phenomenon of crack cocaine hit 3 summers later, and the game changed. Brothers went from cool shirts to fat gold chains. I was about done in the 9th grade with school, and the next summer I jumped into the game accidentally. When I say accidentally, I had to mentally prepare myself. I got 6 stones. I was told sell 5, keep 1. Rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat. Now I got enough for 112 grams. No longer standing on the corner, my mans let me come in his house. He would cook over the stove, and I would do the hand-to-hand sales at the front door. Shit was cool.
Even though I'm still breathing, I've seen so many black bodies leave. Even though I'm still breathing, I've seen so many black bodies leave. Even though I'm still breathing, I've seen so many black bodies leave.
It's got me fucked up mentally, but I deal with it. The next thing you know, like I told you in my narrative, I dropped out of high school. I was making more money than I ever could imagine. I seen a lot of shit that I can't unsee. Pillars of the community now addicted to the drugs we were moving. Friends who used to be childhood buddies were now on different turfs. Now we were enemies, and it was all about who had the lowest prices and the best dope. Don't quote me on this, but I knew this shit was temporary. People thought I was crazy. They thought these dollars would last forever. The drought hit, the murders hit, new laws were put on the books, 3 strikes, you're out.
Change this shit.
Those who couldn't keep up with the times either got hooked on this shit or got penitentiary time for moving this shit. Me, I was lucky enough to stack my chips, but there's no clean exit from this game. I've seen brothers lose their lives. I've seen babies born addicted to crack cocaine. And what makes me any different, I thought, and just like clockwork, I got shot. I buried my best friend, I buried one of my son's mothers, and I knew this shit was like no other. So many black bodies, so many funerals, so many waits, and one mistake. You were either left on the block for dead. If you were lucky, you made it to the county hospital. Many black bodies didn't make it to life support. Many things were settled in court. Many got football numbers and disappeared in the system. I was lucky.
Only got shot and I left the block,
but my whole coming up in the ghetto shaped who I am today.
seen so many black bodies leave.
It's got me fucked up mentally.